John Taylor's in the studio. We call him Fritz. You can call him Fritz 2. Or Fritz 1. He answers by that as well.
Absolutely.
Fritz 2 or Fritz 1.
Thing 1, thing 2.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Yep.
Fritz, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We're going to do a series here about on some of our key players on the squad, and talking a little bit about what your background is, how you got into the real estate business, why you like real estate versus what you were doing before. Why don't you just kind of give us a little attaboy?
I got terminated at my previous job.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I thought he was just, I thought he nodded off there, was taking a little nap and dreaming and
Yeah, I got fired from my job at...
can't hold a job, so I have to be self-employed. So, I came into the real estate industry from mortgage finance. So I was in mortgage finance for about 5-6 years. Before that, sold...
That was too easy?
I guess we should start with born and raised here.
The mortgage business was too
Easy. It was right
easy?
during, during the crash. It was just free money. Everyone was rich and wanted more of a challenge. So, born and raised here, Minneapolis. Went to St. Cloud State. Came back here. Bounced around quite a bit. Sold hockey sticks. Traded commodities on the floor of the grain exchange. Variety of stuff. Then went into mortgage finance. Did that for about 5 years. Crash happened. Got into real estate with a old show friend, Todd Wilson, at Advantage Real Estate. Helped him build his business with rentals. And then joined the Hittner Group 5 years ago? Was it 5 or 6 years? Something like that. Time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, love the industry. Enjoy what we do and how we do it.
So did you grow up in Edina?
I did grow up in Edina.
Cake eaters.
Yes, we are the cake eaters. Yep.
Wow.
Every day I need attention. Yep. Let's get all those out on the table right now.
So that's...
I haven't heard
I
that
just
one.
took his thunder.
You guys were millennials before millennials
Exactly.
were millennials.
That's right. Well, that's where the millennials learned how to be millennials.
Exactly.
All right, so
Every
you're
day.
you're in the
That's
business. You made the
awesome.
transmission, or you're making the transition, or you have already made the transition
Still
from
trying.
rental, and from rental management and from representing owners,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And into the day-to-day
Yeah.
resale market. What did you like and dislike about one versus the other, and how is it different, and how's your interaction with people different?
They're very similar. I mean, the reality is when I was doing rentals with Todd, it was a lot of investors and, the same things. You're helping people achieve a goal. A lot of them were, people that didn't want to be renting, but it was a great solution to a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So helping them, they can't sell, they can't stay in the house.
They're
so,
just a lot of homes
Yep.
underwater.
Correct.
Okay.
So the natural solution then is let's explore renting.
Mhm.
So I was doing that part with the landlords and then also working with quite a few investors who had numerous properties and helping them purchase new properties and how do we manage these, what are we looking for and everything else. So, it's just potato, very similar.
What do you find when you're working with people? You work with both buyers and sellers.
Correct.
Many people on our team work primarily with buyers, and then I know myself and Keith too. Well, you work with a lot of buyers too. I work primarily with sellers, but Keith works with both as well.
You'll work with anybody that'll want to work with you.
Huh?
And
I
so
will.
will I.
I will. Yeah.
Yep.
If we're a good fit,
Yeah,
we'll
there
work
you
with
go.
you.
Good
Yeah.
fit.
Our business is about 50-50,
Is it?
really, yeah.
Our team business is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very much 50-50. I'm just talking about.
I think
myself.
that is what mine is too. Pretty close.
You're just talking about your preference.
Yes, I prefer to work with a seller. I think more like a seller. Anyhow, so what is your biggest challenge that you find in just being in the industry and not just necessarily working with people, but how it works in, how the industry folds into your life?
Ooh, that is loaded.
Wow.
How it
How it folds
How
into
do you
your
manage
lifestyle.
your life
How do you
and
manage-
Wow.
balance?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's and again, if I was working with all sellers in a market like this today, it'd be very tough because you're kind of at the call of the buyers.
Mm-hmm.
Setting expectations, plain and simply. You got to set expectations. We talked about it before on the previous segment.
Expectations with who?
Everybody.
Okay.
So first and foremost, you're working with the buyer. You do the buyer consultation right out of the gate. You meet with them. You talk about the process. What happens? What are we doing? What is our role? What are we going to do relative to title? Or who sets up title? Who sets up the mortgage? How can we help? So setting those expectations, setting time parameters, talking to them about the market. What is the market like? Can you call me on a Tuesday with a list of properties that you want to see on Sunday and expect that all 10 properties are going to be there? Probably not. So setting that expectation that if you see a house that we need to see, we need to go see it today. And you need to make time in your schedule to go do that.
You know who
So-
else we have to set expectations with? Our wives.
Exactly.
That's
and
a
our
tough one.
kids and
Yeah.
working around the extracurricular activities of them, swimming and hockey and dance and all this.
That's what.
Where we're at in our lives, Fritz,
Yeah,
it's a challenge. I mean,
it absolutely is.
to go through that and make sure that you're as available as you can be to your buyers and your sellers. And then where Senior's at, he's got all the time in the world.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
So technically.
So I do that a lot. I call Senior and just say, I know you're just sitting by the pool. Hey, could you go show this buyer some houses in 2 hours up in Blaine? And he
So
always
that's a way to manage too.
Yeah.
Leveraging the team.
leverage the
That's
team.
not a bad thought, though, and we do leverage the team from time to time where you get in a pickle. That's the
Cost me a
advantage.
rack of ribs, but
It's
yeah.
the advantage of working with a team, is that you've got the availability of the team members to step in when
Yeah.
when you are working with multiple buyers, for example, and a property comes on the market that pops up for more than one buyer, and you want to rush out and show that buyer that property that just came on the market, but you've got another one now that popped up in another part of town for another buyer, and another one that popped up in another part of town for another buyer, that can be a problem. And it can be a challenge to do, and being able to call on someone else to maybe step in and help you is a huge advantage, even if it's only necessary once in a very
Yeah.
while. Just the knowledge that you can.
That you have the support.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, Junior and I, what he was alluding to was, a month ago, he had a buyer that was up in the northern suburbs where I have a house and where I'm living in Fridley. The house was literally a mile away. Now, Keith lives in Inver Grove. It would have taken him an hour easy just to get there, because I think it was at, 5:30 or 6,
Yeah,
something
it was
like
a
that.
multiple offer deal. Had
Yeah.
to get out there.
Yeah.
Had to get into the house. See if it was, deadline, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I went 2 miles.
Pressure.
Yeah, I went 2 miles, got it done. Now, I made it seem like it was a really big deal, really big inconvenience. I held out for the 2 racks of ribs instead of, he offered me like $5 out of the gate. So I said,
money,
no,
though.
no.
Great cash money.
Yeah, I held out for the Rack Shack barbecue.
There you
I
go.
appreciate it.
So, but yeah, absolutely does help.
So if a buyer wants to work with you directly, they've just heard you on the thing or watch your post on YouTube, and they want to call you directly because they'd rather work with you than anyone else in the United States of America, what is your direct dial number and how would they reach you directly?
612-396-0595. 612-396-0595 or Fritz, F-R-I-T-Z, at HittnerGroup.com.
Fritz at HittnerGroup.com. Fritz is one of the top members of the squad. We're thrilled to have him
One of.
on the team.
One of.
You guys said I wasn't.
Yeah, one of. We
The-
haven't measured
the-
this week.
Oh,
Haven't measured this
Stats.
week yet. Yeah.
This
Never
is
lie.
This is Real Estate Chalk Talk. We're going to have to break here. Give us a call at 612-627-8000. That's 612-627-8000. Or log on to realestatechalktalk.com. That's realestatechalktalk.com. There you can find some tips and tricks and see all our vendors at realestatechalktalk.com.
Rack Shack barbecue.